This is an LG 32 LC 2D LCD television. And what it's doing is for what they say, taking too long to turn on. You can see there's nothing on the screen yet. Green light's just blinking. I will time and see how long it is. I'm not going to waste the video for this. It took too long for me to wait for it. So I'm going to take these screws here off the back and go all the way. And you want to take those, you want to take this, and that screw there off. I don't think you have to take any of these off yet, because it looks like this case separates. And take that screw there. Looks like that separates from this. And this is your main board area. Your power supply is probably in this area up here. Once we get the screws taken out, we'll go to the next step. Power supply should be right here. That's where your plug is. Once you get all the screws taken out, you can leave the stand off here on. And just lift that up. And you have some more screws to take off. Yes, I guess you have to take the nut off of this. And you have to take these screws here off. You want to take these standoff studs here. Those to that, and that. Basically all the screws along the side here, you're going to have to take off from here on the top just to get to the power supply right there. So just the screws along the metal case here, and you have to take this nut off like I said before. Once you get this starting to get loose, you're going to have to make sure when you lift this up, you're going to lift forward and press this down so it misses this part here. You have to take this tape off as well. And this should lift straight up like that. This is your main board. This is your power supply board. They call this the inverter board. That's for your backlight, for your tubes. This powers all the fluorescent tubing. This powers the fluorescent tubing board and your main board. This has the capacitors which take time to charge up, and if you're looking at what I'm looking at here, these should be flat. You see how those are flat. In the video description you'll see how to identify bad capacitors, and these three capacitors here cause this television to take so long to turn on. So replacing these three here will fix the problem. The value of it is, these are 3300 microfarad, 10 volt. This one, the black one, is 1000 microfarad, 15 volt. You can go higher in voltage, never go lower. So these power supply puts out voltage 2 volts less than what they have here. So you always want to go higher than what's here. So this is 15 volt. I'd go with the 25 volt, and I'd go with the 25 volt there as well. These were 10 volt. I'd go with the 25, and I'd go with 25 with that one. So two 333 microfarad and a 1000 microfarad. You take these 4 screws off here. And disconnect this connector here. That's really easy. These have a clip on the front. And you're done. This over here, you have to move the tape. And be gentle, but you have to use the wires. Pull it straight up. I've never had a TV with the wires come out of it. So 4 screws. While you have the board out, you might want to take a vacuum and just a gentle paintbrush, and while you vacuum over this, brush all the dust off of this. Heat causes this to happen. And you can see on this board here, this discoloration on this there, that's from the heat from this processor board. So you want to get all the dust out if you can. Heat and dust can destroy your electronics. I'm going to get these changed. Video description should show you how to change the capacitor. Once you take the screws out and it's kind of stiff pulling it up, that's okay. There's a thermal pad underneath there. There's 2 of them. And they kind of get sticky.